This is a poster of Pulp Fiction. So what is the purpose of the text? The only part of the text we are given in this poster is the title. Quentin Tarantino has thought cleverly about the title of the film, and actually at the beginning of the film you get a definition of what it means before the film actually starts, which I think is quite a nice touch to the film. So you have the literal meaning of pulp, and also Pulp Fiction refers to 1950s magazines that they used to print stories, and they used to use cheap pulp paper, which is what it's referring to, and links with the actual image on the poster where it looks all worn down, like the real paper would have been. And these stories had a lot of themes that went along with the film noir, including crime and horror, so it all links in and tells the audience more than they realise about the actual film just from the title of the film. Does it achieve its purpose? I would say yes, as it's just telling you the title of the film, and it's such a unique words that he's used, that it's something you probably would remember when they saw the poster. And the idea of fiction as well in the title would refer to the fact that it's not true, and will probably mean it's quite an interesting story. So now moving on to the target audience. Are you interested in text, and why? Yes, I am. I am interested in text, and I would say the age range that this film was focusing on was 18 plus, and this is emphasised with the imagery in the picture. So you've got sort of the gun and the smoking in the image, all things that a child obviously wouldn't want to be watching, or an adult wouldn't want the child to be seeing. So it all links for an older, mature audience. What assumption does the image make about their readership? It tells us a bit about this character. So she looks quite seductive with the heels and the low-cut dress, and also quite evil. The use of the colour black that she's wearing completely has the connotations of death and evil. Even her hair is really dark and black to emphasise this point. As well as that, she's got some of the femme fatale features, including the heels and the red lips, and you can also see she has red nails and a red necklace, which all link together. Again, hinting to the sort of character she is. The use of the gun placed right by her hand would also emphasise the sort of character she is, as that prop is related to the assumptions of death and fear and danger. We could also say that the way she's positioned, she looks quite relaxed, to make it clear that she's probably quite in control and powerful in this film, powerful character, and is probably one of the main characters in the film as well. The way she's been positioned on this poster as well also adds to her character. So they've used her feet have been placed on top of the word fiction, which again could be a hint to her sort of character, maybe the idea that she is fake to some people, not her true self. And it also would link to Laura Mulvey's male gaze. You'd look at Pulp Fiction and follow her legs down, just look at the image to again suggest she isn't in complete control of herself. Men are still overpowering her in some way. I think the language is effective, and why? I do. The fact that they haven't used any extra quotes or anything on there, there's no other writing except from the title, just emphasises the point of the film, sort of creating unanswered questions for the reader. You just have the image, and as the saying goes, an image creates 1,000 words. You don't really need any more text on the page to sort of try and get across the message they are. What is the language encouraging the audience readership to think about? So like I said before, it's from the definition of the words, sort of crime, horror, and noir style. So, and that's all emphasised by the props in the picture. So the layout, what images have been used? Are they effective? I'd say this image is really effective, as well as everything I've already said. The use of the lines as a symbolism across the image is very good as well. So you've got the Venetian blinds, which are again a recurring convention of film noir, as well as the lines on the bed cover and on the lamp, which are all creating shadows on her from the lighting, to reflect the idea that maybe she has two personalities, one good, one bad. The lines could also be symbolism of bars, to maybe show that she is either trapped in some sort of situation, hinting again to what the storyline may be, or that maybe we are trapped, the person she's looking at as its direct address is trapped in her controlling manner. What assumptions are made about gender roles, men and women in this image? I would say they have made, they've twisted the gender roles normally, the normal iconography in this image, as she looks very, very powerful. However, the use of her positioning with the low-cut dress and the legs up in the air are all what Laura Mulvey would say are the male gaze, which would suggest that even though she looks very powerful and in control, she's still seen as lower than men, and there's still a sort of power over her from the male gaze. What colours have been used? So you've got the red flowing through the entire poster, and red is normally associated with romance as well as death, blood, as it's the colour of blood. The use of the yellow text stands out and contrasts against the red, so it's the words that you'd remember off the poster. You've also got the red running through on the duvet and the lamp, and obviously her lips and the necklace and nails to all emphasise the colour red as a main theme in the poster, again hinting to what the film may be like, about death and murders and crime. What font writing has been used? So the font in this text is very bold and strong, which I think is meant to reflect the sort of story it is. It's a strong, powerful, chaotic storyline. It's not subtle in any way, so the use of that bold text emphasises that point, and the idea that the film's going to be intense, hinted to the audience again what it's going to be like. It's not going to be an easy, non-thinking film. This is another poster I found, and what is the purpose of the text? In this part, I'd say you've got, it's a bit different to Pulp Fiction. You have, as well as the title, Night Grooves, you've got he went away but now he is back. The use of the emphasis on the word back could maybe relate to the character and the fact maybe he's a dangerous or scary character, so something to be feared. And it also shows you that there's more than just this female character in the film. And again, looking at gender differences, he is sort of the controlling one maybe, as she is feared by him in the way that it's worded. Does it achieve its purpose? Yes, I think it shows you what sort of themes and the genre of the film, sort of scary, maybe fear, a lot of fear in the film, and manipulation, as well as we already know that it's a film noir. What type of people would be interested in this text? Like Pulp Fiction, I'd probably say it's for older audience, as most film noirs are full of violence and crime, which is something not many children would want to see. What assumptions does this image make about their readership? So in this image we've got a close-up shot of a femme fatale, which is showing direct to her dress, and has a lot of the codes and conventions of a femme fatale, including the red lips, the cigarette, and the way it's with the lighting hiding half her face to again reflect maybe the idea that she has two personalities, one good and one bad. She's also got the iconic curly blonde hair which is clipped up, and it's very dark all around, and she's in dark clothing which is all connected to death, fear and danger. The use of the green eyes is also emphasised in its colouring, to again make us drawn to her eyes and the fact that she's looking right at us. The use of the ring on her finger also is linked to wealth and power, as telling us that she may have money, or it manipulates men into giving her money. What cell line slogans, vocabulary have been used to persuade you to read on or hook you in? So the use of the extra text, he went away but now he is back, gives away part of the storyline, the idea of someone who they fear is back, and draws you in the sense that you want to find out who he is. There's a lot of enigma codes and unanswered questions that you don't know about this person, or all you do know is that he's male, and seeing that she's female, we again don't know how she's related to the character and how it's going to pan out for both of them. so you are drawn in and you want to find out more. Do you think the language is effective, and why? As I said before, yeah, I do think it's quite effective, as it gives away part of the storyline, and it links again with the title, which you could say is related to fear and danger. What colours have been used? So the use of the red, as well as her lips, you've got it linking to the title of the film. The fact that they are both the same colour tells us possibly that she's also evil in some way. You've also got black everywhere else except from her eyes, to again emphasise dooming atmosphere, gloomy, and the fact that she's probably evil. Got the use of the green, which is normally linked with envy and sometimes innocence, so you could maybe say that that's showing her two sides to her character, and the blue of the ring as well, to again show her wealth. Are they effective? Yes, I'd say they are very effective, because they contrast with the black background to again emphasise these points of her facial features, and the title to draw you into those parts of the picture. What fonts writing have been used? I'd say it's quite frightening, slanted to the side in sort of a horror text, to again show you the sort of genre it's going to be, and again giving you hints to the film so that you want to watch it. This is a poster of The Dark Corner, another film noir. What is the purpose of the text? So it's the title of the film, obviously telling you what it is. The use of the title's wording with the dark tells us the sort of themes that are probably in the film, as dark lighting is normally linked to gloomy and depressing an atmosphere, and also fear and danger. And the use of corner could reflect the fact someone's maybe trapped, or trapped in a situation. Does it achieve its purpose? Yes, it just gives you the title of the film, and it also has the actors' names above it to give you tell you who's in it. If you like that actor, you're more likely to go and see it if you already know who's in it. What assumptions does the image make about the readership? So in this image you've got the use of Venetian blinds, which is a coded convention of film noir, a male peering through the blinds as if to try and see something. The use of the lines can sometimes create shadows and also reflect bars to either emphasise the idea that he's trapped, or maybe to show that he has two sides to his personality. The fact that he's looking onto the femme fatale could maybe emphasise more that he is trapped, and she is manipulating him and making him trapped, as she's so controlling. However, juxtaposing from what's the normal codes and conventions, he is actually bigger in the frame and given much more of the frame than the femme fatale, which makes our focus on him, and maybe that he's one of the main characters, or he is the main character in the film. The femme fatale is on the left hand side, not in the middle of the frame, to maybe suggest that she is not completely herself, hiding away from something. Instead of him looking up nearer to the camera, we can see his eyes. She is looking down, as if to maybe try and hide something, telling the audience that she's maybe hiding some part of her character. She has a lot of the usual codes and conventions of the femme fatale, including the curly hair that she's clipped up, and the high heel shoes. The use of the coat also hides away herself, to tell us that maybe that she is hiding something from the audience and maybe other characters in the film. The use of the smoke behind her also is another coded convention, with the use of cigarettes that are a common prop in the films, and also hides things from the audience, as it creates fog and distorts a picture. What colours have been used? It's all quite dark, except from the title, which is in yellow to stand out, and it also is the same colour as her coat, which links the two things together, maybe that she is the dark character in the film. And it juxtaposed with what it is actually saying, as it's such a bright colour. It's not dark at all. The rest of the image is very dark and black, which has all the connotations of death and danger. He is in the shadows, again reinforcing the idea that maybe he is in danger, and also he is a lot darker in colouring, again to emphasise this point. She is in fact in the light, to show her the focus is also on her, and the fact that she is in control of the situation and has more power over him than he has over her. However, the way it's positioned could also show that the fact that in society men are dominant, as the way he is higher up and also bigger in the frame compared to her, to maybe show the fact that she uses this against men to maybe manipulate themselves, so she shows herself as weak. What fonts writing has been used? I'd say the font is quite bold and strong to again emphasise the sort of storyline it's going to be. It's not going to be a weak or subtle storyline, it's going to be quite scary and powerful. And it also is slanted to one side to again show maybe that it's going to be a bit chaotic, and the fact that not everyone's telling the truth, it's not completely equal.